The Albright College football team rode a dominating defensive display in the first half and found the end zone after the break, opening the 2013 season with a 30-14 victory over visiting Kean University on Saturday night. The Lions held their opponents to just 22 yards of offense and -19 rushing yards in the first half. Senior safety Drew Peterson intercepted 2 passes, his 3rd career game with multiple picks. After scoring 3 TDs against Kean last year, senior running back Ty Hughes, with 22 carries and 90 yards, found the end zone twice more in the second half. Senior wide receiver Devron Clark had 6 catches for 95 yards. Albright made several big first-half plays to squash Kean drives. On the first Cougar possession, Capitola broke through the line for a 4-yard loss on a run, and a Pattison sack led to a 4th and 21 punt in great field position for the Lions. Sobolewski's 34-yarder opened the scoring. On the next Kean drive, Capitola and Matt Filosa flushed the QB out of the pocket on 3rd down for another stop. Peterson then took an interception back for a touchdown, but the score was negated due to a holding penalty. Myers and Filosa stopped Kean quarterback Christian Bailoni for a 9-yard loss on the first possession of the second quarter, with Albright getting the ball back and tacking on 3 more points. Albright's TJ Luddy was intercepted by defensive lineman Sage Karen deep in red and white territory, but a sack by Sean Cunningham and Gould went for a 14-yard loss and pushed the Cougars out of field goal range. The first Albright touchdown came with 9:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Lions stacked the right side on a 3rd and 1 from the 20-yard line, and Luddy pitched left to sophomore running back Dwayne Randall for the score and a 13-0 lead. After a great throw and catch from Bailoni to Eddie DeMarchi right up the seam set up Kean's first touchdown, Clark answered with catches of 27 and then 30 yards. Hughes dove in from 2 yards out to make it 20-7 Lions. Kean blew a punt snap in the 4th quarter that went for a 37-yard loss and Albright possession on downs. Hughes scored again, this time from the 1-yard line, for a 27-7 lead. Albright is 1-0 and begins Mid-Atlantic Conference play next Saturday, 1 p.m. at Stevenson University.
You know, we kind of knew coming in that, you know, we were going to need our defense to really carry the load early until we kind of find our groove. You know, we had to replace 5 offensive starters from last year's squad, 3 linemen. You know, one of them was an all-conference, player. Our 2 starting receivers, one of them was an All-American, and our starting fullback from last year, who was also an All-American. So when you lose guys like that, you know, it takes some time to gel offensively. So we didn't get off to a fast start, but you know, fortunately our defense was outstanding in the first half. What I was pleased with offensively, most with, was you know, we came out in the second half and we showed up to play. I mean, all of a sudden, you know, we're moving the ball in large chunks of yardage, ripping off some long runs, and making some big plays in the passing game. TJ was throwing better balls, you know, in the second half. Dwayne Randall, you know, had a couple of big runs for us. Ty Hughes was breaking tackles, and you know, he's tough to bring down. You know, Dev Clark, you know, like I said, I think, you know, he took a 5-yard hitch and turned it into a 30-yard play. Took another one, turned it into, I don't know, 40 yards or something. So I feel like, you know, I mean, that was a good football team we played today. I mean, you know, Kean is a strong tradition and a lot of history, and you know, they're 2 seasons away from being 10-0 and in the national playoffs, and they've got a lot of talent. You know, I think they're predicted to finish, you know, 3rd in the NJAC, and you know, they're always up there in the top 3, and you know, they got a lot of talent. So I'm not going to be surprised if they make noise, you know, and compete for the NJAC championship. So it was a great test for us. I think our guys stepped up, you know, to play a great opponent, you know, for 4 quarters, and you know, so I'm pleased with what I saw here. I mean, you know, anytime you can be 1-0 to start the season, and you get a lot of momentum regardless of how it happened. You know, so I think it gives us momentum moving forward as we got to open up conference play already next week. So, and this is a tough conference, you know. So I think we were tested very well today. I think we found out a lot about ourselves, and you know, hopefully we can build on this performance.